Hey Facebook, hello Book of Face. I'm so excited. It is, what time is that? 3:58 p.m. on April 21st. I'm so excited. We have big things happening and just starting tomorrow. So I've had a lot of you in my inbox. I'm doing my best to get back to all of you. And there's a lot of you filling out the form and getting ready for tomorrow. But I know a lot of you are curious. Maybe you don't really understand how things work. So I just wanted to jump on really fast and explain what's happening tomorrow and why it benefits you. And just tell you a little bit about my story and about Lab and the products if you have questions. So if we haven't met in person, I'm Ashley with the crazy purple hair. It's natural. I was born as a young baby with this hair. I was just blessed. What can I say? No, just kidding. My friend Brittany does my hair. Her name's Brittany Rivera. Hit her up. Just don't take my appointment times. I have been in the direct selling business for about 2.5 years now. I was able to quit my career, stay home with my children. I'm the breadwinner of my family. My husband also has a great career. Like he's no chump, you guys, and he's my steady Eddie. He does amazing. But I was able to surpass even my wildest dreams with just taking a chance, just saying yes, and jumping into something that I had no experience in. Never sold a dang thing in my life. Wouldn't sell my kids fundraisers at school, like no sales ever. So a little backstory on me. For 14 years, I was a single mom. I was an only parent to my son. I shared custody of my daughter, but I struggled. I struggled to finish college. It took me like 7 years. I had a ton of student loan debt. I was buried in debt as a single mom. I worked for the government. I supervised a public relations unit for a law enforcement agency, which was a great career, great benefits, but let's face it, you're not ever going to get rich. And each month I was barely making ends meet, sometimes below that threshold. And so, a medical bill or DMV tax would totally throw me over. It would throw me into more debt. So on the surface, I didn't look like I was struggling, but I was. Very much so, I was struggling. I had started using a product and I just signed up to sell it just to kind of get a discount, which is why sometimes people do things. I wasn't planning on selling. I thought I'd be horrible. I thought no one would support me. In fact, both of my parents were like, yeah, no, not our thing. We're not going to support you. Everybody that I knew was like, nah, no thanks. And so I did it anyways. And I started to make some posts on social media and I started to learn from other people what they were doing and it blew up. Like people loved the product and they loved buying from me, and I soon found that I was really good at this. And my mission to just kind of get some free product turned into, oh my gosh, I might be able to see my children grow up. I might be able to get rid of this mom guilt where I'm working 50 hours a week. I'm dropping Harper off at daycare at 6:45. I'm getting to work by 7:30. I'm there. I'm working overtime to pay for back to school clothes, and I have to Zoom and pick her up at daycare at 6 p.m. I have to rush home. I have to get Aiden to sports. I have to feed my kids. I have to do homework. I'm yelling. Bath time in bed. Like that was my life. Like I didn't get to see my kids grow up. I was struggling. And so I'm like, oh my God, this will allow me to have extra income, to not work those hours of overtime, to be able to take my kids on trips to do things. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, look, I can leave that career. I can do this full time. And I did. So and I did it very quick. I got to the very top of my old company's comp plan in about 9 months. Tippy top of the charts. I was number one in enrolling. I was number one in the company both years I was there for building leaders and helping other women push past those fears and doubts and those people-pleasing tendencies, that we all struggle with. That's my jam. I love encouraging other people to get out there and do what sets their soul on fire. And for me, it's time freedom. I didn't have any freedom of time. I couldn't decide when I wanted to do things. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't afford to do them. I couldn't enjoy my children, and they were quickly growing up without me being around for much of it. Daycare raised my children before I came into direct sales. So what it has given me is a whole new lease on life, basically. I left that company recently in January. You probably, if we've been friends for a minute, you probably saw some of the craziness that went down with that. I didn't leave anything that was broken. I had a huge team. I had a team of 1,600 people. I was the number one enroller in the company. I had a great high six-figure income annually. I was doing well. But there was a person that I trusted that I knew was amazing in the industry, and she said, I went to her and I was like, hey, tell me about what you're doing. I'm curious. Like, just tell me about this company. And she told me, and I was like, That's too good to be true. That doesn't exist. People don't do that in this industry. And I sat on it. I thought about it for months and months, and I started to recognize things that I needed and things that I didn't know were even going on in my own company. So I made the transition over. And I chose Life Activated Brands, and I'm here now, and I'm building, and it's crazy. And I chose it for 3 reasons. One, the compensation plan I call it stupid money. Like the amount, my mentor has, studied 104 comp plans. She's like known as the comp plan queen. There's nothing out there that's going to pay as fairly or as much without any breakaways, without any cycles, without any flushing, all those little hidden gotchas and gimmies that I didn't realize in my old company until I really got up those ranks. Sometimes people don't see that until you hit the top of a company, and then you're like, oh, this is how you make money off me. Okay, so I'm going to lose out on all these levels of pay. Okay, if she doesn't hit that rank, then I don't get paid. I started to see that, and over here at Lab, they don't have that. And so I saw the comp plan, I ran the numbers of what my volume would be at my old company here, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, this can't be true. So I did the math for a few months. Like, I really thought about it. Then I tried the products. Okay, so the number one reason I'm here is because of money. I'm here for time freedom. I'm here to enjoy my family. I'm here to travel, and I'm here to enjoy living my life. So I need to get paid to do that. I'm here to help my community. I'm here to give back. I'm here to serve my church. It's really hard to do all those things and have time to volunteer in your community if you don't have money. And you can do incredible, amazing things for people if you have the money to give to them and support charities and nonprofits and things like that. So second reason is I tried the products. I would not have left a huge booming 6-figure business to come over somewhere else unless the products were truly gold. There's a lot of people that say like, oh, it's not, you don't need amazing products to sell. I'm not one of those people. I firmly believe that like the product has to be really good. This is a product-based business, and I needed to 110% believe in our products. So I tried our product line, and I'll talk about those in a minute, and I was astounded. And they really undersell it here at Lab. They're like, just try it out, see how it works for your body. And I was like, why didn't you tell me about Moringa? Like, oh my gosh, where's this been all my life? And I was amazed. And I searched on the internet. I couldn't find anything comparable. And I've tried just about every health and wellness company for things like gut health, energy, and none of them really stood up to my standards until I tried the products here. So that was 2. It was 2 check marks for me where I was like, check, okay, this is great. But I'm tired. Like, it had taken me so much work to build my old company, and I was like, do I really want to make the switch over? Like, do I really want to leave a for sure 6-figure a year salary to come over here and start at the bottom, start at 0? And then I learned about our systems here at Lab. And when I tell people don't believe me. I'm like, you don't have to do parties. You don't need a VIP group. You don't have to be cold messaging people. We're not even going to tell you to hit up your grandma or your sister or your best friends. You don't have to. We don't want you to do that. That's spammy. Don't be the spammy Pammy. Don't be that annoying girl. We literally have systems that are the most amazing thing that teaches you how to properly socially sell. If you have been in the industry before and have struggled or not succeeded, likely you just simply didn't have someone that really had built multiple successful businesses in the past teaching you how to socially sell. Were they teaching you how to be a micro-influencer? Did they even show you how to set up your socials in a way where you're getting 300 followers every month? Do they teach you how to make Reels go viral? These were things that I had built a 6-figure income and I did not even know. My social media wasn't even set up correctly, and we have a whole process. You guys are going to see it here. Literally, it walks you you don't have to know anything. So if you've never been in the industry before, or if you've had and you haven't had success, like literally we line out every part, step A, B, C, step 1, 2, 3. Before you get started, this is how you set up your social media. This is where you go. This is how you set up Facebook. This is how you do Instagram. This is how you set up getting paid. This is it. I was blown away. I looked at this and I was like, where has this been all my life? How have I survived running a team of 1,600 people without this? Like, it takes the guesswork out of it. And I tell people, if you can follow a recipe, if you can read, you can have a successful business over here, because it is so step by step. And we have this program called the Daily Workflow, and it's 6 activities that we log in, we even actually get prizes and gifts when we run our own business. If I log in my app and I do my 6 daily activities, and it's expanded my business exponentially. You just have to follow these little prompts, and it teaches you what to do and how to grow a business. There's no guesswork here. There's no million upline groups. You don't have to go and try a bunch of things and fail all the time. The blueprint's here, and it works. And I was able to replace my old company's income that took me 9 months to get to the top there. I replaced it here in 2 weeks. And that was not on accident. I have maintained it. I just, again, rank promoted again last month. It is because of these systems. Systems are the reasons why people don't succeed. I don't care how great your product is. I don't care how great your comp plan is. If you cannot learn, if you cannot break it down into baby steps for someone to understand what they have to do, the working mom that has 20 minutes of bath time and 10 minutes when pasta's cooking, and she has another 30 minutes before she goes to bed, she needs this. She's not going to succeed without something like this because she's too overwhelmed to get in there and figure it all out herself. So this has been a great equalizer, and this is why people have come over to Lab that really like were defeated and deflated, and they just felt like they sucked at sales. You don't need to be good at sales. Never sold a dang thing in your life. Come on over here. If you can read, you can run a successful business because of these systems in our app. Like it's incredible. I've never seen anything like it. No VIP groups. In fact, VIP groups I realize now how much they were hurting my business because I didn't have followers. Nobody was seeing my stuff. And so it's incredible. And not to mention, the icing on the cake is total freedom. Lab, it encourages us to do whatever we want. I can go out and say what I want. I can sell things. I can do specials on my public page if I want to. I can use their graphics on my graphics if I want to. I'm not being threatened with lawsuits if I want to, be an affiliate for another company, or if I love other products or I post about them. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel scared. They don't cut off checks if someone leaves. In fact, they will keep paying you. If you've earned that money and you have people that still buy your products, they will keep paying you when you leave. So coming over here to be loved and supported and know that I can do whatever I want, and that I'm going to have these systems and I'm going to get paid this amount, and the products are things that I could never imagine living my life without now, it's a no-brainer, and it should be a no-brainer for you. So you're probably wondering, okay, what's happening tomorrow? So we're going to talk really quick about I can talk about products or how we get paid. So let me know in the comments which one you want me to do first. Say products in the comments if you want to hear about products, if you're more interested in products, or say comp plan if you're more interested in how we get paid here at Lab. But there's something big happening tomorrow. Over here, we're a binary company, so we only ever have to build 2 legs. And you guys, I'm a top enroller. I now am the #1 person in this company. I've been here 3 months, and I have the most paid independent business owners on my team. So that's not just people that have joined me and are sitting at 0. I have the most amount of paid business owners. That means they're coming over here and they're getting paid. They're getting paychecks. They're paying for groceries. They're paying for their daughter's gymnastics. They're making car payments. Whatever it is that they want to achieve, they're getting paid. Over here. So it's amazing. So we have a binary comp plan. That means you only have to build 2 legs. You don't have to build 3 legs or 4 legs. You don't have to whatever. It's binary comp plan and it's straight volume. Here's the beauty. I don't need people to hit ranks underneath me for me to make my money. Do you know how much stress that takes off of people? Do you know that no one will get a reach out here at the end of the month being like, hey girl, you're gonna hit your quota this month. You're only like $17 away. And you guys, I'm not judging people that do that because that is what was taught to me. I didn't know any different in my old company. I did not know that people felt pressure to make orders themselves of product they didn't need just to hit a rank. These were all like cultural norms in old companies. It doesn't happen here because we don't need anybody underneath us to hit a rank for us to get a paycheck. It's 2 legs and it is straight up volume. If you enroll 100 people here and you have 30,000 in volume, that's your rank. Okay? They can sit there. They don't feel pressured. Everyone feels loved. They feel supported. If they want to work the business, great. If they don't want to, welcome. We're going to welcome you with open arms. It's your business. You get to decide how you work it, and you're not going to feel pressured at the end of the month. So it's magical here. But basically, when you have 2 legs and you're a top enroller like I am, I have blown out one of my legs. Like there's 640 people in there, so it is time for me to switch over and begin building a new team build on my other leg. So the way that it works here at Lab, if you jump in and enroll with me at the top of my new team build, that means everyone that I enroll after you actually shows up later. They show up in your downline team volume. So let's say you enroll with me at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and let's say I have 27 other people on that list waiting to enroll with me tomorrow. You're going to see all 27 of them in the downline volume of your team, on your team leg, okay? So you also have to build 2 team legs because we're a binary company, but we're going to share that team leg together. I'm going to build your team leg for you because I'm a high enroller. So you're only over here, if you enroll with me, ever going to have to build 1 leg, okay? All your enrollments are going to go in 1 leg. And over here in a binary comp plan, we'll talk about that. You get paid on one leg. Guess what? You're going to get paid on every single person you enroll, because I'm going to be building your other team leg for you. You don't have to put anybody in that leg, because I'm going to build it, because I enroll people and I build a business and I'm a top enroller. And so there's really value in getting in. The timing matters here. And that's when I say that timing matters, because yeah, you can enroll with me in 3 months and you're still going to do well and you're still going to get paid as much. But in between now and 3 months, there's going to be 600, 700 people that could have been in your downline volume. Get in, jump in. There's no risk. You're not locked into a contract. Why wouldn't you try it out and see, knowing that that can be built underneath you? It's incredible. It's an incredible concept. It took me a long time to wrap my head around it. And now that I'm here, I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know if anybody's on this live that enrolled with me early on when I started. If you are, put in the comments. I want to know, when you scroll down, can you even count how many people are in your downline? If you enrolled with me early on, like I'm talking January, and you're watching this live, I want you to estimate how many people you think. And honestly, you probably can't even count them because there's so many. But it's a very cool process, and that's why we're doing this list. You'll probably see up at the top of this live that we're having a list for people to get on to enroll with me tomorrow. I'm beginning my new build tomorrow, and that means I'm going to start a fresh team on my leg, and that means that I'm going to go in order. So whoever fills out the form first, when you fill out that form, you're not enrolling with me right now. The Google form right here is just for me to get an order of how I'm going to enroll people starting tomorrow. And starting tomorrow at 8 a.m., the number one person on my list, I know who she is, she's going to get the first message from me. Hey, here's the link to enroll. Here's the directions, here's the steps. Jump on in. We'll get you started as soon as you enroll. 10 minutes later, I'm going to go to number 2. So there's value in jumping in and filling out this form, even if you still need to process, even if you want to rewatch this live over, even, and the form up here, you guys, it has a video about how we get paid, how our comp plan works. It talks about products. If you have questions about products, it shows what comes in the kits. We have 3 different kits you can enroll with. So go up, fill out the form, and it's going to have everything you need in there that's going to answer your basic questions. If you have a ton of questions, if you want to talk philosophy with me, I will be getting back to you probably in a few days, because my list is so big. I'm only focused right now on people that want to jump in with me and build early on this leg. I definitely will get back to you and we can talk long-term strategy or whatever, but I would suggest getting on the list and enrolling tomorrow, and then you can learn it with me, because there's so much value. So I'm seeing in the comments, someone wants, hey, okay, I'm so happy to see that. Comp plan. Okay, Kristen, if you've never done this before, you're going to love it here. Like, it is so simple. It's simple. Now, you still have to, if you want to build a business, you have to work. But I would say on average, most people are working about an hour a day. They log in, they do their daily workflow, they do their 6 activities, boop, they've done their thing, their reel goes viral, they've connected with their people, and they're out. Like, it is very, very simple here. So we have 7 different ways that we get paid here at Lab. The first 3 ways we get paid, there's no minimum. You don't have to order so much yourself. If you don't want to use the products, I don't see why you wouldn't, because I cannot live without them. But there's no minimum on those first 3 ways. So when people say like, oh, you have to order your own product or have a quota to stay active, absolutely not. So I'll cover those. The other 4 ways that we get paid are like team building. So if you want to build a team, we start tacking on an additional incredible 4 ways that you can get paid. That you do have to have an active amount, but it's like 70 CD, which is like the lowest I've ever heard of in this industry. 70 commissionable volume dollars, like that's nothing. That's like one product, one or 2 products. So yep, that's 7 ways we get paid. So the first 3 ways we get paid are incredible. So the first one is called retail profits. So here at Lab, if I were to sell a product and it is $100 retail and $65 wholesale cost, Lab is going to give me all of the difference. It's going to give me that difference between retail and wholesale. Okay, so most companies will pay a percentage to their distributors of the retail value. So like you make 25% of retail or whatever. Some pay like 30% of wholesale to their people. We get all of it. Lab gives us 100% of that difference every time we make that sale. Every sale, I'm getting all of those profits. Okay, crazy, right? I know. The second way you get paid as an affiliate. Remember, an affiliate, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have a minimum. You could purchase $0 and still get paid all these 3 ways with the affiliate model. Is our enroller bonus. Okay, so this is amazing too. So over here at Lab, you can enroll 2 different kinds of people. You can enroll a customer. That means a customer buys from you. Or you can enroll another business partner. That means an IBO enrolls with you. They're both considered enrollments. One's a customer side, one's a customer facing side, one's a business side. So on their first order, you're going to make 50% of the commissionable volume of that order. Whether it's an IBO or whether it's a customer, you get 50%, okay? This is where I really see a lot of give in our comp plan. Because, yeah, when I worked in my other companies, people would enroll and you're just buying product. When you enroll here, you're just buying a kit of very discounted product. It's a sale. I've just made a sale to you. Why am I not getting paid on that starter kit? Over here, if someone enrolls, you're going to get 50% of their first purchase, as you should. You worked to make that sale. They're going to get 50% of their first purchase. Also, why would a company take 100% of that? It just isn't right. It doesn't make sense. Over here, we're going to pay you for it. I can't tell you how many people I enrolled in my old company. I made $0 every single time they enrolled. 100% of that money went to the company. Even though I worked so hard to make that sale, I got none of it on their kit purchase. Over here, you're going to make 50% of it, okay? After that, every other sale that is made by either an IBO that you enroll when they buy their product, if they buy product, if they want to, or every customer order you have ever since that initial one, you're getting 15% forever, for perpetuity. And that means if you pick up and leave, if you want to move to Puerto Rico, if you're like, hey, I'm done with this business, I'm going to go somewhere else, I don't care, you can do whatever you want. We're not going to cut off your check, and you don't have to have a minimum. Those 10 customers you have want to reorder for life, you're going to get a check for the rest of your life because you earned it. You brought those people in here. We're not going to be like, oh, you're not over here working anymore. You're not enrolling people. You're not purchasing products. You don't get, these people are ordering. You can have this money, but you need to make an order to get this money. That's your money forever. You're going to get that 15% no matter what. And then the third way on the affiliate side is called sponsor bonus. So sponsor bonus, I'm getting paid on my second line purchases as well. So let's say I enroll Sally and Sally enrolls Robert. When Robert makes his first sale to someone, whenever he makes a first sale with the first customer, I'm getting 15% of his first sale, which with each new person he enrolls. Okay, so let's say Robert has 10 customers that month. I'm making 15% on those as well. So it's incredible, and it really racks up. And again, this requires no minimum, no active status for those first three ways. Great, stupid. That's why I'm telling people, you don't have to build a team to come over here and make amazing money. If team building is not your thing, if leadership isn't your thing, you're not going to feel pressured to do it over here because you're going to make great money. There's another 4 ways that we get paid, and this is where it gets, I'm like, woo, and this is where my heart started to race when I learned about how they pay us over here at Lab. So we have a rank advancement bonus. That's pretty common in most companies. Like when you hit new ranks, they're going to give you a one-time, cash bonus. What I love over here is that you don't see that we have like fast track systems or jumpstart systems. Different companies call them different things, but they only like rewards you with product and prizes when you hit ranks or when you hit things in the first couple of months. Not like that over here. You're going to get your advancement bonuses. You're going to get paid every single way. I don't care if you come over here and enroll with me tomorrow and you take a year to figure out what you want to do. Maybe you want to think about it. Maybe you want to wait till summer when your kids are out of school to start building. There's no hurry here. You're not going to feel pressured. And if you're not a fast builder, that's okay. Those only work for people that build fast. But I would rather I think slow and steady wins the race. And so that's a really nice perk as well. I just rank advanced last month. I got a sweet $750 extra in my check just for doing my job, making money, making great money. I got that added on there. So after rank advancement, and this, you guys, this is our ambassador side. So these last 4 of our comp plan do require minimum active status, and it's 70 CV, 70 commissionable volume dollars. That's like one product, okay? So the ambassador side, there's 4 additional ways you get paid. You do have to have an active minimum to get paid on your team, but it's like, it's like 1 or 2 products. So you make those first 3 ways, no active minimum, you don't have to buy anything. If you want to get paid on your team, it only makes sense that you're kind of using the products that your team is selling. Also, we have team commissions. This is where everybody gets tripped up. So here we have 2 legs, and you get paid 10% of the volume in your pay leg. So if you enroll with me, I'm going to build all of your team leg for you. You're never going to have to build a team leg if you enroll with me because I'm such a high enroller and I'm getting a lot of business builders in. So you're going to put all of your enrollments in your pay leg and what's called your pay leg. So you're basically going to make 10% of the volume of everyone that you're bringing into the company. Crazy, right? Now, if you enrolled with someone that wasn't building your team leg, you'd have to build 2 sides. But that's not going to have to happen with me because I'm going to continue to enroll underneath you. So there's value in coming in, there's value in the timing, and only having to build 1 leg and getting paid on all of it is pretty incredible if you think about it. So That's a huge perk here. That's not the biggest way we get paid on teams. And other companies are like, oh, you get paid 10% of one leg. Yes, but that one leg is all the people you bring in. And that's not even the most money we make here. I have 2 more ways that are going to rock your socks. The next way that we get paid on a team is called leadership pool. So when you hit the rank of 25K and above, there's different rank levels. When you start hitting 25K, which I hit, I think, in my first 2 weeks, they put 1% of the total company volume into a pool, and everyone in the ranks 25 or above splits that money. And mine was very, very significant last month. Like, it really starts to grow and snowball, and you split those when you hit certain ranks. And that goes on forever too. That's for perpetuity. Isn't that cool? The last way is going to rock your socks. It took me a long time to process the kind of money that this meant for long-term. I honestly got angry once I realized what they pay here, because I was like, how can they afford to pay me like this? And then I realized that this is what companies should be paying people. I realized how underpaid, how hard I was working in other companies. One, I worked 3 times as much and didn't make the money that I make here. How little I got paid for the amount of people I was bringing in and the work and the volume I was bringing in. This is how companies should pay. You know how they can afford to pay me like this? Because I've earned it, and because they're making great money off me. Those companies were just making a lot more money off me, off my hard work. So when people ask me that question, I'm like, hey, you just think that they can't afford this because you've been grossly, grossly underpaid. You've been undervalued. So the last way is called leadership check match, okay? And this begins at a really low rank. This begins at a 6K rank and goes all the way up to our legend ranks. But for the sake of using even numbers, because I'm absolutely terrible at math, I'm just going to use even numbers. So let's say I'm the rank of 100K, I'm a legend 100K, and the money in my check for my 10% of my team volume, let's say it's $20,000, okay? Reasonable, normal. So I've made $20,000 just on my team volume commissions from my own team, from people I have built. But let's say I have someone like Lucy and Jamie, who are both on my team, both rock stars. Let's say that they are at the ranks of 50K, okay? And let's say their team commissions checks were 10 grand each. They each brought in $10,000 just getting paid on their team alone. I make 50% of their check. If I enrolled both of them, I'm getting 50% of that. So I get 5 grand from Lucy, I get 5 grand from Jamie. Boom, in my check. Okay? I just made an additional $10,000 in leadership check match. Okay? That's every month. Every month. Now, this is where the kicker is in. Now, if Lucy enrolls someone, and let's say they're a huge runner. Let's say they surpass me. They hit 100K and they bring in 20 grand in team volume. I'm getting 50% of their check. I get 10 grand from not even someone I enrolled, but someone that I enrolled who they enrolled. Like, you guys, when you start to build a team and the leadership check match paddle wheel starts to turn, like, it is, the amount of money that can be earned here is incredible. It's incredible. Like, my brain cannot even compute it at this point. I can see my checks, and I understand now how I was able to replace that income that took me 2 years to build here in a couple weeks. It really is that good. And no, you don't have to build a team to get great money. No, it's not a scam. Like, our products are gold, and no one makes money unless products are being sold. Our company just pays better than anything I've ever seen in the industry. And they should. Okay? So that is it in a nutshell. I don't know if anyone has any questions, but my advice to you is, because I'm so busy focusing on beginning to enroll tomorrow in this new build, is to get your place on that form. Don't wait till tomorrow to fill out the form, because there's going to be 15 people in between now and then, and you could have had those people in your downline. So if you're thinking about doing it, jump in. The products are amazing, and no matter what you do, you have 30 full days. If you enroll tomorrow with me and you want to try the products, or you want to try out our training systems and see if it's legit, you have 30 full days to decide if it's for you, and you can get a refund. You can get your money back. Like, you're not going to be tucked into anything, trapped into anything. It is always on the up and up here, and that's what I love about it, and that's why I decided to leave something that wasn't broken. I wasn't leaving a business that was dipping or unsuccessful. I was doing great. This was just better. Like, at the end of the day, I was like, how could you leave what you did? I'm like, have you seen? Do you see what they're doing over here? Do you see how they're treating people? Do you see the freedom I have? Do you see the love and the culture and the systems that we have? It's just simply better here. So I would tell you to get on that list. Starting tomorrow, I will be going through my list, sending out the links to enroll, and then in the order that you guys have filled out that list. So jump in with me tomorrow. I certainly, I'm so thankful every day that I jumped in and just said, yes, you don't need experience. You don't need previous background in sales at all. We will teach you everything from basic setup of social media to how to set up your payment accounts. Everything is step by step here, and it's very easy to digest, and you can do it all on your own time and your own system. So I'm just going to check my comments here. Sounds like a pyramid. I would say a normal job is a pyramid. Yeah. So I worked in the government agency, and there's the sheriff at the top, and he makes, I don't know what he makes, 500 grand a year. And then if his people do well, they make a certain amount. And then if their people do well, they're working really hard and they're giving credit to this person, and it kind of trickles down. It's basically a pyramid anywhere you go, because you have to work. You have to work to earn your rank, and over here you do too. There's just no income ceiling. Like when I was at the sheriff's office, there's only so high I could go to make money. I knew I was never gonna make more than 500 grand a year if I wanted to be the sheriff. And that's not hard to do over here. I know I personally have made that more than that in a year. In my past indirect sales, I know there's a lot of people that are already making that. So there's definitely, hold on, I'm reading comments. What form are you talking about? I really want to try this. Up here at the very top of my live, there should be a link. There's also a post that is pinned to the very top of my Facebook page, and there's the link there. And so yeah, fill out that form. It should say like Lab Opportunity Enrollment Form, and check it out, because I'm telling you, I could not be any happier to be over here. Hey Josh, hi Nicole. Sorry, I'm just reading comments to see if you guys have anything else that you want to say. Other than that, you guys will be hearing from me tomorrow, and there is going to be a run for an enrollment. I will be building this team like for the next few months. Jump in. That's all I got to say over here is you're not going to regret it. So bye guys, have a good night.